Graham here with the latest updates from We Share Abundance. We Share Abundance is a cloud nation, and we are an emerging nation, and we are the United States of the world, and we are on a mission to banish poverty on a global scale. And we already have Lewis in saying hi from Portugal, and he is on YouTube. We should be streaming live on YouTube, Twitch, and in our Facebook group, We Share Abundance Publicly. And I'll be heading over there in a moment because that's where we get most of the comments and where I can see the names of people in Facebook. They don't come up here in the app we use for the streaming. As the United States of the world, we welcome citizens from all countries, all continents, all colours, classes, genders, creeds, backgrounds, financial status, educational levels, and none of it matters because we are a non-separatist organisation. We don't pigeonhole people on superficial differences such as race, colour, language, height, weight. None of it matters. We just see everybody as human beings. We recognise that every human being is unique, so has something unique to offer our community, and therefore is of equal value to every other member of our community. And that is a non-separatist ideology. We also are seeking to banish poverty not by applying a band-aid. People think that poverty is a lack of money, but a lack of money is a symptom of poverty. It's created by poverty. It's not a lack of money that creates poverty. And so we are intent upon getting to the root cause and seeing what we can do to help in that way. And I see we have another YouTube member saying hi, and that's Sylvie Atis. I'm not sure where you're from, Sylvie. I should probably know, but I don't. So I apologize. If you could let people know where you're from, and then we can just keep a track of all the different countries that we have visitors from. Okay. I will, as I say, be going over to Facebook in a moment, to our group there, because that's where we see most of the comments. And then we'll be getting started with a short prayer to help us find the path to true happiness. Happiness is what everybody seeks. Everybody wants to be happy, but most people don't really know how to find it. They think if I had that new house or £1 million in the bank or the car or more time, I'd be happy. And Sylvie's letting me know she is from Mauritius. Okay, thank you, Sylvie. That does ring a bell. So I apologise for not remembering. But no matter if you received all the material things in the world that you wanted right now and had all the friends and all the relationships you cherish, sooner or later you'd want more. And that more is the constant, the true happiness, the joy that once you have it within you, nothing can affect. And the great thing about it is, once you have that joy and you've found the path to that joy, everything that you need and want in life flows to you. So we have a little prayer to help us with that, because that true happiness can only be found through loving service to others. The more service you offer to the more people, the more you'll find happiness in your own life, and everything materially and relationships and everything else that you want will automatically be generated. Okay, I see we have people in Facebook as well already. Um, and as I said, I'm heading over there now to see that things are working. My speakers are off, so we don't get any feedback. And I'm looking for We Share Abundance Publicly group. And then I'll be looking for the 14th of September. So far, so good. And if I click, we get the comments up, and we do. And we've got Kingsley in from Manchester, UK, letting me know I'm coming through loud and clear. Thanks, Kingsley. And we've got Richard in from Devon, in the UK. Not far from me, we're both in the southwest peninsula of uh, England. Right. I said we'd be getting started when I got here, and we will. We're going to get started with that little prayer, and then we'll follow it with the affirmation, and then I'll bring you up to date with what's been going on today and where we are and how things are progressing. Dear Heavenly Father, we are so happy and grateful for you, and we ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love. And through that love, bless each member that they find the joy of service, and through service, that they attract true happiness and everything they want and need into their life. Amen. And we have the affirmation that I mentioned about our non-separatist ideology, and that goes like this. We are so happy and grateful to be citizens of the United States of the world with God and truth as our leaders. Heavenly Father, may thy kingdom of peace come into our world as it is in heaven, and free us all from divisive inharmony, that we may become perfect citizens in body, mind, and soul of thy world. Okay. I'm going to do a screen share for you here. I think frustration reigns. Um, let me find how to do a screen share. Come on, get your act together, Graham. Okay, share screen. I understand. Window. This is what we want, I think. Yep. Um, let me get it showing, displaying. Uh, okay. This is an email I got. You might not be able to read it because it's even on my big screen here. It's very small. But what's been going on with ROI Tips in their campaign is we have been getting people joining at crazy, ridiculous prices and rates, and they wanted another 3 days to optimize the campaigns to get them at good rates. And earlier on today, they came up with what they said were good rates, and they're not. Okay, one of them was like £2.67 for per lead on one of the campaigns, because there are lots of sort of mini campaigns within the major campaign. But the majority of them were over, and the next best was at around about £6. £6 is about $8. £2.67 is good. It's about $3.50. they've been doing other things, and we've had leads coming in at, like, $20, and they came to me with these numbers on the having eliminated the really high-priced, campaigns and citing the 2 as being good examples, and I said, "They're not good examples. They're not what you proposed when we started negotiations. They're not what you said you could get, and I want you to get what you promised, which leads at $5 or less." Um, and so they've gone away, and then they came back with this, and it says, "I wanted to inform you that I have deactivated the campaign, and we will be setting up a campaign relaunch to test new creatives and make adjustments based on the current data to improve our cost per lead." And then they put in basically what's a disclaimer. It's important to note that comparing the average cost per lead in your niche to results from a few years ago, I'm not interested in a few years ago. I know this has been going on for nearly a year, but it's not a few years ago. Results from a few years ago may not be directly applicable due to factors such as inflation and increased competition. There has been significant rise in competition for advertising space, with more businesses competing for the same ad placements, which can drive up the cost of advertising. I'll keep you updated as we progress with setting up the campaign for relaunch. So basically, we're not launching at the moment because the cost per lead is not viable. So they're gonna run more campaigns. They're gonna change the creatives, the ads that are going out to get the price down before we run the campaign. We don't have unlimited funds. We've got a few thousand stashed away for this campaign, which we've been uh, accumulating, but we need it to work effectively. And unless we can get, like 500 leads for the money we've got or more, the campaign isn't going to be effective. It's really as simple as that. No matter how good the conversion rates are, we need 500 leads, and we've got to get them at $5 or less, otherwise we're going to run out of funds. So that is that is the situation, and so it's probably going to be another week running new creatives to see what they can do to get better cost per lead before we can get into fully fledged campaign. It's frustrating, um, but we can't run a campaign that we can't afford to profit from. It is basically, we've got to get everything correctly in place, and I'm not prepared to accept excuses from them and these disclaimers and things. I want what they said they could get us into the contract. And they were even talking about, we can get you maybe even lease at $1, $1 to $3, but it may be 5. So I said, okay, yeah, I'm happy with 5 or less, and that was the terms that we based the contract on. And so that is what I'm expecting, and that is what we must have. and I would like more than 500 leads. 500 is a sort of minimum that we need to be going. So that is frustrating on this campaign with ROI tips. Um, let's see what happens from here on. Um, I can't speculate. All I can do is keep you informed with what is happening and what's going on, and that is the result of our meeting today. Okay, so that wasn't good. Um, the work on the exchange is progressing. It is difficult, and there are um, things with consultations and things that I had a big list of things I was hoping to get done today, and most of them haven't been done. However, one of the things is I did manage to get eventually all the stable stake payments made. I didn't finish that very long ago, before we started this meeting, but we managed to get all of those done. It is a huge task, and stable stake is a lot easier than the um, secondary staking. Stable staking is all the same price. It's less taxing, if you like, because you know that, well, I say all the same price. There are a handful that come in that are eligible for payment the first time that have um, diff- different values, but nearly all of them, the vast majority are $20 every month. So you get into a bit of a routine with it. It also happens that when you're doing sort of hundreds of these, you get into a point where you get sort of mind blocked. Um, have I done this bit of this? Have I done this? And you have to go back and check it. But anyway, we got it done. This is why we're going to have to move this onto onto automatic payments. Same with the secondary staking, even more so. If I can get the time and get the secondary staking paid, or even if not in full, in part, get most of them done or whatever, then I'll do that. But if by the time we have the exchange in place and we've got that automated withdrawal working from the share hope plan, whatever's not done on the secondary staking will be left, and I'll get Devyani straight away onto automating that. And however long that takes, I'm hoping it'll be relatively simple because it should be the same process. But whenever I think things should be relatively simple and quick, they turn out to be complicated and long. When I think it could be complicated and long, they tend to be pretty quick. So, but that is where we are now. I will, as I can find time, get onto the secondary staking and start making payments on that. And I know it's late. I apologise. And there are, in fact, more secondary staking than there are stable staking, and the amounts differ. It's not anything to do with the amounts really, apart from the fact that you have to be a bit more careful because they're all different. It's just the sheer volume of the payments. And if we add to that the fact that Binance have come back and said they want more information, they're not accepting the information that I gave them, it doesn't conform to their standards or something. So I've got to go through. They want video creating of different things, and then a written explanation. And it's going to take me a good half day just to get into Binance. And if they don't get it, they're going to restrict the account in some way. I don't know what that means at this stage, but obviously we need the account to make the payment. So it's all a bit fraught at the moment. Um, so that is another thing uh, that is happening. But the exchange, it is progressing. It is progressing. I think we're on track with what Deviani expected. Um, there are things that do crop up that need looking at, but I've not even had time to send out a message or an email or anything today. I did want to make sure I got at least those stable staking things completed, and say that took me till a few minutes really before this live broadcast. So there we are. I just want to. There's a phrase I use about people, and it's a bit of an oxymoron because I say that some people are never happy unless they're unhappy. They've got to be unhappy to be happy, and it applies to quite a number of people. And I've never really understood why, but people seem to be miserable, and they're always looking for the worst and the bad things, and and it's suddenly, and I've been noticing this for many years, and they go out of the way to be unhappy, and it's what keeps them contented because otherwise they wouldn't do it. But I've never really understood it. But I thought about it the other day, and for some reason it sort of flashed into my mind that they enjoy being the victim because it takes responsibility away from them. We all have to take responsibility for where we are in life, what we do, what we've become so far, what we are today, and how today is going to affect our tomorrows. But there are people that don't want that responsibility. They always want to blame somebody else when things aren't right. And I think that's behind it all. They enjoy being the victim because they then say, well, it's not my fault. So I'm happy it's not my fault. And it's because of this person or that person or these circumstances or where I was born or who my parents were or the school I went to, all whatever excuse they can throw at it, rather than take the responsibility on and say, look, this is where I am. This is me that got me here. I don't like it. I'm going somewhere else. But those people um, crop up in all aspects of life. The more people that you deal with, the more you see of them, unfortunately. And even within such a wonderful community as ours, we have these people who just enjoy being unhappy. It doesn't matter what you give them, whatever path you indicate for, they'll find a way to be unhappy about it. And all you can do is say, okay, if you want to be unhappy, be unhappy. That's it. That's what we have. And they can go off their merry way, chuntering and complaining and being the victim. Um, and I don't have time to pander to those people, unfortunately. Um, so whatever happens with them happens with them. It's in their own sphere, realm, their own mindset to change if they choose. And if they don't, there's not much I can do about it. And I'm not prepared to spend the time on it. I have too many people that I can help that have a better attitude on life and want to be happily happy instead of miserably happy. Okay. So just a warning, if you're here to chunter and complain, okay, do it. It's not going to get you anywhere. Make the change yourself. It's up to you. You are responsible for where you are. And if you don't like it, it's up to you to change it. Nobody's going to do it for you, especially me. Okay? So that is there for all the complainers. And I noticed there was one tagged his lengthy comments onto um, the live from yesterday. So I just, I've had enough of them. And um, I apologize, but that's it. Okay. I quit the the effort to make them see the light. Okay. So who else have we got in? We've got Andrew in from New Zealand, and we've got Bettina in from Edinburgh up in Scotland, and Norman from Doncaster in the UK. So that is the bulk of the news from today. Some of the things that I wanted to get done today uh, are changes in the terms and conditions because we have changed quite a lot since they were written, and there are things that we can modify and make improvements in the terms for the members. Also, I wanted to check, and I've not even checked it, but I wonder if there's an account still open here or if I can reopen it quickly. And this is in the, no, not open, but I'll see if I can open one quickly. This is in the description of the plans. I think some of the things have changed according to some feedback I got from a member. Um, when you go to buy a plan, you know there's a little thing you click on that tells you, you get a pop-up telling you the main benefits. And it's in the Easy Business Builder, I think. So let me have a quick look in there. Uh, oh no, there's nothing in there. I wonder where it is. I'll have to check the video on it because some of the things have changed and will be changing again anyway. So I wanted to get to that, which I haven't done. And um, I also want to put together a funnel, a very simple funnel. We already have one, but I want to improve it for the Amazon $50 million pool because I don't think many people are going to qualify. But if we put a system in place that helps our members qualify, we can take advantage of the fact that many other people are not going to qualify. Okay, there'll be some, but I don't think there's going to be many as Dave expects qualifying. So I think we can get in there and take advantage of that because if we can get 1,000 or 2,000 or 3,000 or 4,000 of our members, however many want to get involved into that pool, then we can get those people some very handy cash by Christmas. Because if we do what I want to do, we can get out there as a community and promote the the system that we can give people rewards for buying their raffle ticket, and we can explain the benefits of buying their raffle ticket and buying it through our membership and getting our system to help them promote. And that way, it'll keep building our team because every time that you sell a ticket to somebody through promoting the system, they're automatically in your team in Avenue as well as in um, we share abundance. And so you're building your team, and you don't need a lot of people in your team to qualify for the group. If everybody's selling a few tickets, and if we can make the tickets look really attractive without all the need for legalities on the official site, and I to overcomplicate things, right? Maybe it's it's for good, um, because he has to cover every detail and make sure that it's all legal and in terms with the agreement. But we can just say, look, these are the benefits. Boom, 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 boom. This is what we're going to give you as a bonus. Boom, 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 boom. Get in now, and you also get this system. And we want to help you get into the pool and share in that 50 million. I think it'll be less than 1,000 people in that pool. We've only got 60 days. I don't think there's going to be more than 1,000 people in the pool, and one of them can be you. And I want to get this system put together. I did start on it, but I thought, oh, I can't carry on with this because I've got too much to do, so I have to leave it. I'll try and get back to it tomorrow. We do need it up there as quickly as possible. I'd like to get it up by this weekend, and then we can also uh, devise mailings so that you can do solo ads and things like this. Because if you get in that pool, if my guess is right that there'll be 1,000 or less in that pool, the average payout from that pool is going to be $50,000 or more. And if we all get our act together, that will be paid before Christmas. That will make a real good Christmas for people. But we need to put that system in, and we need it for our members. And of course, by helping people do get into the pool, you're helping yourself. I mean, if somebody that you sell a ticket to qualifies to get in the pool, the chances are it's going to qualify you automatically. It may not because it's on their third tier or something like that where they get all the business. But the chances are that the more people you have qualifying, the more it's going to just push you through in qualification with more points. And so the more people we can help, and we can help them get some funds out of this. And of course, if we get any funds from We Share Abundance qualifying, if you like, it's in my name, but it's it's for We Share Abundance. I don't want the money. Then it goes into the treasury. Anything that we get from that sort of top spot that will be there, and we can use this and generate some very very tidy income for a lot of our members. I mean, we've got. I'm not giving you the numbers yet, have we? But I'll give them all to you in a minute. But we have what at the moment we've got 4,344 active members. If we can get half of them qualified. Okay, it drops it to 25 grand a person. Wow, for selling a few raffle tickets. And we're gonna stress the benefits of the tickets just as sort of bullet points. This is what you get. Boom, 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 boom. And we're gonna give you these bonuses. Boom, 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 boom. But you've got to get in now because you've only got, we can have a countdown on the thing, saying you've only got this amount of time left to qualify for the pool yourself and get your share of $50 million. So I do want to get that done as well. I believe we can have enormous success as a community with that. I believe that we can have 1,000 or 2,000 members with 25, 50,000. Some of you can make more, some of you maybe a bit less. But even if you only made 5,000 out of it, not bad for selling a few raffle tickets. You don't need to sell many, and we will try and explain the benefits of getting the higher tickets, and then you have to sell even less. You have to sell as your team 100 tickets at the $20 level, not down to 50 at the $50 level, or it's down to 34 at the $100 level. If you sell 5 tickets and everybody sells 5 tickets, that you sell 5, the 5 people you sell 5, and the 5 people who sell 5, you've got more than enough to get into the pool. You have more than enough to get into the pool selling 5 tickets, but there's no need to stop at 5. You can sell 10, 20, 30, because not everybody that buys a ticket can be bothered. They'll say, "Oh, I can't be bothered getting into the pool, and that is not what I want to do." So the more tickets you personally sell, the more people you'll have that say, "Yeah, okay, I'll have a go at it. It's there, the system's all there. All they need to do is put people into it." There's no sort of reaction that they suffer personally or anything like that. And as the sales go through our organization, more people from our organization will get into that pool. More people will have a very, very happy Christmas. So I do want to get that done. Um, like I say, even if you only get 5 grand out of it, and I think you're going to get 50 grand, and some of you are going to get 100. Okay, that's that's one of the extra things that I'm going to be doing in the near future. Of course, once we get these current things sorted out and done, then we'll be working on the Visa token. We'll be working on the Fund Miracle site. Fund Miracles will be a massive priority once we get eventually this campaign running and the automated withdrawals completed. Let me give you the numbers before I forget. We had a net increase of 13. We were down 12 yesterday. Last 24 hours, we had an increase of 13. It swings and roundabouts, isn't it? We usually, at this time of the month, start to see increasing, but we'll wait and see what happens. And we're up to 40,512 registered members now. And it's either a net increase or decrease because we remove people that don't log in for 2 months. We just say, okay, you're not interested, take it out, no good cluttering up the database. And so it means we've had 13 more new registrations than old people that have just dropped out. Okay. Our active member count went up by 40 to 4,344. That's quite a surprise on the 14th to go up by 40. They're usually 15th, 16th, 17th, as you're getting the people that have not qualified and then are qualifying through logging in this month. We see, the 15th, 16th, 17th is where we see the bigger increases. To see 40 today, I was quite surprised. Anyway, it's up to 4,344 active members, people that are logging in on a regular basis. Maybe we had 40 new registrations that did the KYC and everything. That wouldn't surprise me. Okay, multiply Visa, no change in any. Oh yeah, sorry, there is a change. We have two. Well, we've increased by two in our email verified members. No, nobody new board advertising. The bonus pool didn't go up enough to get into the next dollar, so it's still at $10,225. We always get something just for logging in from the revenue share part of the plan there. Okay, let's have a look. There's no questions there, I don't think. Let me have a look in the app here. We had Lewis in from Portugal, and we have Sylvie in from Mauritius, who were both in early. And I'm scrolling down now to see if we've got any questions, and we don't seem to have. So that's the updates. Some of them not so good, some of them not so bad. Whatever, we deal with it. Okay. It's a little bit frustrating that campaign is not started yet, but we can't start it with uh, leads that are costing us more than we can afford to buy, really. So we're still stuck at around about $50 a day just testing campaigns. It is bringing people in, but it's not bringing in sufficient numbers um, at this level at the moment. So they're getting that new campaign, new creatives. I've got some ideas on creatives as well, which I will pass on to them, and we'll see if that helps. We'll have to see. Okay. So that's it from me. And I think we've covered it all for today. I'll be here same time, same place tomorrow, 7 p.m. on YouTube, Twitch, and in our Facebook group. We share abundance publicly. I like the sound of a big chunk of us getting into the 50 million pool. Yeah, I do too. I think it would be great for our members, to see hundreds, thousands of our members in that pool. And I think we can do it. And it would be good for Havasu, obviously, but it would be great for the morale of the people. So that's it. So between now and tomorrow, when I'm back again, get out there, share some love and abundance, do whatever you can for as many people as you can, with love in your heart, and you'll help yourself to be happy being happy. Okay, and we can leave all those people that are happy being unhappy um, on their own. They can make their own way until they decide to be happy being happy instead of happy being unhappy. Okay, until tomorrow. I'll see you later, alligator. Yeah, in a wild crocodile. See you later, alligator. Always wear a smile. See you later, alligator. Go the extra mile. See you later, alligator. In a wild crocodile.